Hello! Today we're going to be focusing on a Bible code called Yahuwah's Evidence. And there's a verse in Hebrews chapter 11 verse 1 that says, "Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen." And I believe that we don't have blind faith, but that there is evidence for what we believe. With this table, we're going to be looking at three different sections of ideas. The first is to do with Israel, the nation of Israel, the people of Israel. The next is the existence of life, in particular humans. And the third is scientific terms that are in this table. So with Israel, we have it here in the blue, going up, Israel. The land is in this slate blue, Haaretz. And it's also on the exact same line, going across and sharing the Zadi there. And if you look at Aretz, it can mean land or earth. And if you have the Va on the end, it means his land. And whose land is it? Yahuwah's. So this earth and Israel is his. It belongs to him. We have Jewish or Yehudi in the light blue, touching the Yod in the Israel. We have Hebrew in the pink, going diagonal and crossing over Israel. Menorah in the pale yellow. We have Ark, as in the Ark of the Covenant, twice, the same skip as the access term going vertical. So there's Arum there in the pink and here. Messianic is in this dark purple. Messianic, or just Messiah. Yeshua is here twice in the purple. Yeshua. And going this way. Resurrection, which is what the Messiah Yeshua did. Resurrection. And that's the foundation for our belief. We have a prophet's name, Micah, here. And Micah prophesied about the coming Messiah. And he prophesied that Yeshua would be born in Bethlehem. Prophecies in the Bible are another evidence for Yahuwah, or Yahweh. They testify that he knew the beginning from the end. We have Mount Sinai in the plain text. Torah is twice here in HaTorah. So it starts with the purple Hey, Torah. It's overlapping with another word, that's why it's two different colors. And then we have HaTorah crossing over the other Torah in the purple. The covenant, that's supposed to be a Hey, which means the covenant in this gold type color. Heavenly in the bright yellow, Shemimi. Now we're going to go into terms dealing with life. Life is in this really dark pink, Chaim, going across. And life is what makes our planet Earth different than others. And life can only come from life, not from non-life. Yahweh is the life. Even Yeshua said, "I am the way, the truth, and the life." Then we have human in this peach, going up. And humans are different than all other species of animals, birds, even monkeys, just so many differences. We're in a different category altogether. And here are some of the qualities of humans that make us different than the other creatures that Yahuwah created. For one thing, we know about our own existence. We understand. It reminds me of that saying, because I think, I am. So we're aware of our own existence. And existence is here in this plum color. It's there once, twice, going up, and 3 times. And it almost forms a capital I. We understand that we're self-aware. And then up at the top we have art and skill in the green. We're able to create knowingly, not like a spider making his web just basically out of instinct. We do it with a conscious purpose of being artistic. And then purpose is here in this teal. It's sharing some other letters. It changes colors, but the 3 teal letters and then the letters in between, that is intention or purpose. Genealogy. Humans have genealogies, and the Bible is full of genealogies. It shows us that Yeshua was descended from the tribe of Judah, and even going back to Adam, the first man. Genealogies are important to us. Freedom. Derir. We have the freedom to choose right from wrong. We don't just act on instinct. Immortal or everlasting, here in the light green. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 11 tells us that Yahuwah has put eternity in our hearts. So we know there's more than just this life. We just have that awareness. You look back in history, all the different cultures with their gods, and Elohim. The Egyptians strongly believed in the afterlife. We just have that awareness that the Creator put within us. Now on the bottom row, it's interesting because we have to question. Let's see, it starts here. See here, it's twice. To question, going across this way, or to ask, and then we have the same word going across this way to the shin, aleph. It's the exact same word, and it goes into this other word that's on this side, which also means question or request. So that makes us special too. We question things. We want answers. We have intelligence. This one here, starting at the bottom going up, that means intelligence. It can also mean wisdom, understanding, and reason. And here we have the word melody or tune. We're capable of, remember that artistic word up here. Another form of art is music. We can create music to enjoy. And that's a gift from Yahuwah. Spelling. The word spelling is within this word evidence. It's Aleph, Yod, Wah, Ta. And every language has its own spelling. But then there's a universal language, which is a smile or a laugh. And that's right here. That was interesting, just that we have the ability to smile and show our pleasure. And now we're going to switch to scientific terms that are in this table. And we have the word scientific 3 times. So if you look at science objectively, I believe it does point to a creator. And here is scientific again. And here. The word fact is in this gold. And the facts do not contradict the Bible. And flood is in this blue. Remember the flood of Noah? Well, it's actually a fact. It did happen. And what happened during that flood was fossils were created. Over here we have the word fossilize. And the fossil record does not support evolution. It supports the flood. If you look at it with an objective mind, there are no transitional forms from one creature to another. Fossils are found all the world over, even on Mount Everest, the highest mountain. And the Bible tells us that the flood covered the whole earth, even above, over the mountains. So that's a whole topic of itself. Then we have chemist. They're looking at the atoms and molecules, and you know, that's got to make a believer out of someone. You see atoms with a nucleus, and you have electrons whirling around, and even on a piece of wood, like it has energy in it. That's amazing. Then we have to become pregnant or to conceive, going up in the blue and the pink, and that overlaps or is backwards to the Torah. The Torah was here, remember? And when Yeshua was telling the parable about the seed, sowing the seed, some fell on rocky ground, some fell on fertile soil, and the fertile soil received the word and produced crops of 100-fold. And so it speaks about the word being sown into our lives, and then we will produce fruit. So the Torah is the word, and it brings life and produces fruit in our lives. And then we have an interesting little group of words here. There's visual, optical. If you just think of our eyesight, look at the eyeball and how complex it is. That is, I believe, evidence of a creator. It couldn't just happen by a series of mutations. We have visibility, is the same word as evidence here. And the exact same word is here, crossing over visual and optical. And then on this line, in the orange with the white letters, going through visibility and crossing over visual optical, this word is my vision. So we need to stop and ask ourselves, how is our sight? How is our spiritual sight? The Bible encourages us to examine ourselves and see if we are in the faith. And only Yahuwah can give us the eyes to see and the ears to hear what He is saying and to see what He is doing. So thank you for listening to this recording. Shalom.